Have you ever been in a webinar or a workshop where the speaker just talks and talks, and then you kind of find yourself checking your phone halfway through, getting a little bit distracted, and the problem isn't the audience attention span. Usually it's the way the content is structured. And today I'm actually going to show you how to create content that holds attention, keeps people engaged, and makes your message stick. So in the last video, we looked at stage 1, and that's all about the planning for success before your event. And now we're going to be moving into stage 2. Now, we all know that, we've got to build up the content, but we've got to create the right content, because no matter how good your plan is, if the content falls flat, you're just going to lose that impact that you've been working so hard for. So why does this stage matter? Well, your content is the experience in itself, right? If it's boring, if it's overloaded, or if it's confusing, people will just switch off. And when it's clear, interactive, and well-structured, your audience will stay with you. And that's what builds trust and momentum. So I'm going to share with you 4 quick key points just as a starter. The first one is, what is your one core message? Start with the one big idea. If your audience remembers one thing only, what should it be? And build everything around that. Structure is the next part. Structure with the flow, right? Think of it like a journey. Set the stage, deliver your teaching, and then wrap it up with the next clear step. And then the part that I think a lot of people tend to miss is that whole participation moment. Now, every 7 to 10 minutes, you should get your audience to do something. It's just that re-trigger, right? Ask a question, run a poll, get them to put their hand up, something like that, and just pause for reflection too at some points. And I mentioned in our last video, and I'm going to mention it again, use AI as your content partner, right? Not your creator. AI can help you with your outlines, it can help you with examples or even prompts. So you're not just starting from scratch every single time. Or you could have so much information that AI can actually organize it for you, refine it for you a little bit better as well. So in this video, the one big takeaway message I actually want you to take away is the secret to holding attention is clarity and interaction. Don't overload your audience. Give them one clear message and give them chances just to engage along the way. That is a really good way to get that information to stick, and those feelings will actually kick in as well. So when people feel something, they get a story, they remember it. So this part here is me diving in a little bit deeper about creating that content that will really hold attention. And the first part is a hook. Hook them in early. Now, we know about the hook, but hooking people in early is really, really important. Open up with a story. Maybe it's a surprising stat or a provocative question, right? The question could be, let's say, for example, did you know most online audiences start to drift in under 7 minutes? And if you do ask that question, sometimes they're like, oh, I'm the audience. Let's see what happens. Let's take on that challenge. So that's one of the little things you can do. Hook them in early with something. The next one is layer your content like a story. Use a beginning, a middle, and an end arc. Our human brains have a tendency just to remember stories so much more than slides of information, right? And even your data should be wrapped up in a narrative, whether that's the problem, the solution, and the result. So another one is chunk information into 3s. Present your ideas into groups of 3. I've mentioned this before, right? The rule of 3 is proven in communication research. And an example is, there are 3 ways to keep people engaged. So another one is planting curiosity gaps. This is where you drop hints of what's going to come later. And an example of that would be, and there's one technique I use that always brings people back after a break. And I'm going to share that in a minute. There's those sort of little hints, I guess you can call it, that, there's more to come and people will stick around. So this one here is timing your energy peaks. And what I mean by that is not necessarily your personal energy peaks because, we have our peaks and troughs, I guess. But when it comes to the information you're teaching, you've got your audience attention at the start. But when you do hit that 10, 20-minute mark, that's actually when attention really starts to sort of fade a little bit. So that's a really good time where you can plan your highest energy teaching moment just to get them back into the listening mode. And an obvious one, we all know it as knowledge sharers and so forth, always end with the next step. Don't leave people hanging with, that's all, see you later. Wrap it up with a clear action. Give some sort of reflection. It could be a challenge. direct them to a download or even the next event, but just give them something else to do. What's the next step? Where can they learn more from you? They're falling in love with you. They want to know, where can they get more? So here's a recap. One big message, not 20 of them. And a simple structure with flow. Participation moments to keep energy high, and use AI to support your ideas. And remember, the one takeaway from this particular video is clarity and interaction. That is what keeps people listening. If you focus on that, your content will land every single time. So in the next video, we're actually going to move to stage 3, and that's all about confident delivery on the day, where I'll share tips to help you show up with presence and lead the room, whether it's on Zoom or on stage. And make sure you hit subscribe so you don't miss it. And if you'd like a little gift, I've got a special lifetime deal on SpeakerLinq. And what is SpeakerLinq? Well, it's the easiest way for you to share your links, your resources, and offers with your audience after your talk. So make sure you grab that link and that surprise coupon that will be down there in the description. See you in the next video.